Hey friends, it's Gardener Sydney and I am back in the garden again. So in the past few weeks we have been introduced to the garden. We've looked at signs of fall and maybe some other stuff. And this week we are going to be looking for some creepy crawlies in the garden, or bugs or insects, whatever you want to call them. So before we do that, I have to figure out where to look for them. So I know I have my ideas, but keep thinking if you can think of any other places where I could look for these things and see if you were right. All right, I'm gonna go try my first one. I almost forgot. Before we go look for insects, let's see what's happening in the garden, if anything is new. I know that I told some of you about this, but can you spot a pumpkin in this video? It doesn't look much like a pumpkin, but here it is. This is really cool because you can see the flower petals left on the bottom. They haven't quite fallen off yet. The pumpkin comes after the flower is pollinated. So if you see, we have a few more flowers that might turn into pumpkins for us. So these are our radishes. They got a lot of rain yesterday, so they are growing up pretty well. Just got to keep an eye on them and make sure they're doing okay. We also have some freshly planted or freshly sprouting lettuce. So it doesn't look quite ready for a salad, but it'll get there. So it's October 14th and a lot is still producing. We're still getting a ton of vegetables, which is pretty cool. Okay, now let's go look for some bugs. So my first thought for finding things was digging in this stuff. This is our soil. You can see it's very dark and rich. So hopefully we'll find some good stuff in here. I'm gonna use this, a simple garden shovel. Can you see that? Not moving a ton, but this is an earthworm. These are so important for our garden, and we are going to talk about why. But I want you to start thinking of why they might be so important. I'm going to put them back and cover them right up. In our garden at Russell, we also have a lot of these guys. And I don't know what about this garden they like so much, but I think they're pretty cool to watch working. Before we finish looking at living things in our gardens, I just want to show you some other living things that I found in other gardens. Check them out.
You can make a video. So we saw a lot of things in the garden today. I see a few more flying around, but I want to go back and talk about the first thing we found. I want to talk about worms. Why are worms so important to a garden? What do they do? And what more can we learn about worms? Let's talk about it now. All right, bye friends, see you soon.